Welcome to CS Week Marketplace, third Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern webinar series. CS Week Marketplace offers fresh perspectives and strategies presented monthly by knowledgeable specialists from the Conference 38 Platinum and Gold sponsors. I am John Sild and I'm with CS Week. I'll be your moderator today along with Melissa French with Simple Energy. CS Week in Conference 39 will be held in a few weeks from April 27th through May 1st at the Charlotte Convention Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want to remind you now to register at csweek.org. This program will be recorded and available for playback along with our other archive presentations. You will find it under the Educational Venues /webinars link on our website. Attendees are encouraged to upload questions to the Q&A panel as they arise. However, all questions will be held until after the presentation for the Q&A segment. Please ensure that your question is addressed to the All panel icon. Today's program is Expanding the Utility Customer Experience with Simple Energy and San Diego Gas and Electric. An introduction for your presenters. Our first presenter is Kyle Weiss. He's the Director of Product Management at Simple Energy and is responsible for understanding the market, managing the right product at the right time, and telling the story of our product vision. Before coming to Simple Energy, Kyle co-founded a nonprofit feedback management platform and helped grow a B2B application in the pre-construction industry. Our second presenter is Tish Lewis. She is the product manager for SDG&E Marketplace in San Diego Gas and Electric. She is responsible for overseeing the implementation of the SDG&E Marketplace, as well as ensuring alignment with the overall company strategy. Tish was previously responsible for implementing the HAN operations and programs offered by SDG&E. She's been with the company since 1995. She has held various positions within smart meter, information technology, electric generation, and supply management. We want to welcome both our presenters today, and Kyle, take it away.
Thanks so much, John. I'm excited to be here and talk to you guys a little bit about what we are doing with SDG&E's Marketplace and how we're really trying to shift and grow that customer experience the utility has. One of the things that we have in place right now with San Diego Gas and Electric is our Behavioral Energy Efficiency Program. It's a web-based engagement platform that's branded a Manage, Act, Save. And in this particular program, we are very much focused on customer outreach and customer engagement to drive targeted communications that are relevant and timely and are really focused around folks' energy usage and how they can save energy or change some of their behaviors to reduce their energy consumption. SDG&E's Manage, Act, Save has about twice as much energy savings as some of the other market competitors out there. So we're super excited about the results we're able to drive with that engagement platform. And beyond just the energy savings, one of the larger focuses has been complementing additional utility programs and driving in enrollments, where we've seen a 20% increase on program enrollment as well for those folks that are enrolled in Manage, Act, Save. So whenever we were thinking through what some of the large market problems were, as we are helping utilities engage their customers via the engagement platform, we did a lot of research and came across stats that were most interesting, I think, to us. Thinking about how a utility adopts digital technology and where they fall among other industry sectors, we noticed that mobile applications are not something that are very common. Most folks don't feel like they have a strong brand identity or loyalty to their utility. And what stood out to us was that a majority of folks, 58%, were actually excited and wished that their utility provided recommendations on energy efficient appliances and devices. So we felt like there was a large opportunity there. And the unfortunate thing was that only 7% of folks are taking advantage of rebates, which told us that the rebating process alone wasn't sufficient in moving the needle and providing folks an opportunity to get involved at purchasing or making energy smart decisions when it comes to devices or appliances in their home. So what we did when we stood up Marketplace is a utility-branded e-commerce solution. It's a platform for us to help curate and explain products that have the largest energy savings potential. It's also an opportunity for us to take and integrate that rebate process into the purchasing workflow that a customer usually has that normally isn't available on other major retail sites. So we were focused heavily on cutting energy consumption and costs with our Marketplace and making sure that we were leveraging a lot of the learnings we have from our engagement platform to drive really relevant and tailored messages that are effective in helping folks understand an energy savings opportunity for their particular need. We're able to go through and take the load mix that we see with someone's, base usage, all of the things that are running behind the scenes in their home, and their activity usage, them coming home and turning on the lights or perhaps kicking on the AC, to drive messaging that's most relevant to them in both the behavioral side, but also with product placement and product recommendations on that Marketplace. So for customers, they're saving time and money as we're doing a lot of the thinking for them and helping them identify where the largest savings opportunities are. And the utilities have an awesome way to kickstart the rebates and engage with their customers in a way that hasn't been possible in the past. So whenever we go through and combine our Marketplace with our engagement platform, we're able to take advantage of the success we've had with Manage, Act, Save, drive additional DSM programs and initiatives, streamline enrollments and programs, instant rebates and incentivize purchases in a way that normally isn't possible, with the full goal of delivering that customer experience that's much more streamlined under the SDG&E brand. So Simple Energy, we are very focused on empowering your customers to make energy-wise decisions. And with that, I'd love to turn it over to Tish to talk a little bit more about the specific program at SDG&E.
Great. Thank you, Kyle. That's a great segue for me, because from a utility perspective, the customer experience is top of mind. It's all about making it simple for the customer, helping them find the right products and services at the right time. We want to get in front of them when they're actually looking for these types of products and services. And I have to be honest with you, our utility website is not the easiest to navigate. There's just so much information. It's difficult for our customers to find what they're looking for. So we feel like this SDG&E Marketplace will help make it easier for our customers and give them a more positive experience. Today, customers can go on the site. They can comparison shop across multiple product categories. We have 6 different retailers that are available on the site, and we help customers identify rebates that are associated with those products that they're shopping for. And in the near future, we hope to provide instant rebates for the customers, making it even more simple, and personalized recommendations. A little bit about our rollout plan. We did complete an employee launch late in February, where we sent out an email asking for employees for feedback, check out the site, tell us what you think. They were able to shop across the products and see the rebates that were available across the 5 different retailers. I'll tell you a little bit more about the summary of feedback that we received from those employees. And just last week, we started launching to our Manage, Act, Save customers. We have about over 50,000 emails that have gone out to these customers introducing the product. We will continue to communicate to those customers and assess the feedback that we're getting, the response that we're getting on the product before we launch to our general population. Sometime in second quarter, we're expecting to launch to our general public, and that will include the personalized recommendations and also services that go along with the energy efficiency products that we're offering. So a little bit about our employee launch. We launched February 26th. We sent out email communication to all of our employees asking them for their feedback and to check out the site. We had a digiboard displayed at each of our campuses along with an article on our intranet. We got a pretty good response rate. We had over 180 people provide feedback. A lot of that feedback had to do with incompatibilities with Internet Explorer 8, and unfortunately that is our standard browser here at SDG&E, if you can believe that. We did get some positive praise from our employees, just saying that they thought it was a great product, that our customers would love it, and the rest of the feedback was miscellaneous ideas and improvements, a lot of which was already in alignment with our roadmap and what we had planned for the tool. Of course, we thanked our employees. We asked them to go back and check out the changes that Simple Energy had already made, especially those customers or employees that had a poor experience with Internet Explorer 8. We wanted them to really experience a positive experience with Marketplace. This is a summary of the enhancements that we've made to the product as a result of our employee feedback. We did make some adjustments to Internet Explorer 8 experience so that it was an improved experience, and we also added a pop-up message so that when customers access the site and we can recognize that they're using an older browser, we make a recommendation to use either an improved browser, Firefox, or Chrome. When you land on the home page, we added some value propositions, some really quick bits, just to give the customer an idea of what the site's about, what they're going to get out of it, so they can discover energy savings products, they can find rebates, and they can compare prices today. We also added water rebates to eligible products. So not only the energy efficiency rebates, but when there's a water rebate associated with it, we want to make our customers aware of that as well. And when comparison shopping, we add a little bit more information to help customers make a decision. So they will see what the lowest price is for that product across all of the retailers, and they will know what the price will be after their rebates and incentives. And sometimes that's a pretty significant lowering of the cost. And one of the last enhancements that we've made is actually adding a new retailer to the site. TechniArt is a pop-up retailer that we have been using for a couple years now at events where they would sell discounted bulbs, LED bulbs. So we've added them to Marketplace so customers can now buy these bulbs online at the reduced price. And we expect that to be one of our highest sellers because it is such a reduced price. They can buy these LED bulbs for as low as $5. As I mentioned, we have started promoting the Marketplace. We're starting with our Manajack Save customers who are already familiar with the behavior platform and are using that site. The next step is to be able to make recommendations from that behavior platform, sending them to Marketplace to actually take action and purchase those energy efficient products. Once we get through this phase of Manajack Save customers, then we'll be launching to our general population. I will go ahead and take us through a really quick demo just so that you can all take a sneak peek at the product. Okay, so when you land on the SDG&E Marketplace, this is our home page. You will see a featured product, which we call a hero here. We can change this hero product based on a popular item that's new, or maybe a new rebate or offer that SDG&E has. These are the value propositions that I mentioned, so that at a glance a customer will know what they're going to get out of this site. And then below that we have featured products. Again, you know, if we want to change these out depending on what type of offers we have at any given time, we can change these out. So today I'm going to shop for a washing machine. So I can go into products and I see all of our different product categories and select washers. Once I'm in the washer category, I'm going to see a list of products that have been hand selected by Simple Energy and approved by San Diego Gas and Electric. We want to find the right balance between having too many products on the site so customers don't get lost in all of the quantities of products that are out there, but we want to provide a hand-selected, a curated list of products that are going to provide the most value to our customers. If I select this nice red washer here, I'm going to see more details about this product. And as I mentioned, I'm going to know what the lowest price is and what my price is going to be after the rebates and incentives. If I dig a little deeper, I'm going to see the retailers that offer this product and their different pricing. Once I select one of these retailers, it will take me to their site where the transaction can be completed. If we scroll down here a little bit, you can see the rebates associated with this product. So this is the water rebate for this washing machine, and this is the energy efficient rebate. Again, these links will take you to the application for that rebate. We fully expect to automate this to make it easier for the customer and to have the best experience. Those rebates should be instant, and we would take away the whole application process. That is the ideal situation. And we're providing customers with an estimate of their energy savings by purchasing this product. We provide them with features of the product as well as customer reviews. So again, I think that this is just a first step in what we envision for Marketplace as a one-stop shop for our customers and helping them make better decisions and making it easier for them to have to be able to make those decisions. That concludes my presentation. Thank you.
And now it's time for question and answer. Thank you both to Kyle and to Tish for a great presentation. You do each have a few in our queue here of questions. And this one, the first one is for you, Tish. How is SDG&E going to drive customers to the Marketplace?
We've already started promoting the product through an email channel to our Manage Jack Save customers, and we will continue to do that. Once we are ready for a general opening to the public, we will do a news release. But ideally, we want to get in front of the customer when they're ready to make a purchase. So our future plans would include having geo-targeted marketing on Google searches, for example, so that customers are aware that this is available to them at the right time.
Great, thank you. Another one for you is, does SDG&E intend to offer instant rebates through the SDG&E Marketplace?
Currently, if customers purchase through Sears, they can experience an instant rebate. We are working with other retailers to offer the same. However, it's been a challenge because it does require system changes and enhancements. But through Simple Energy, we will be working towards a solution that will help us offer instant rebates for the customer. That is our goal.
Thank you. And for Kyle, we have a few questions for you as well. Where there are rebates offered, can we highlight or streamline the rebate process?
Yes, so that's certainly related to the last question. I think, as Tish just mentioned, there's some technical limitations in our ability to deliver instant rebates in a referral marketplace where we're actually driving someone to another site to transact. SDG&E has done a fantastic job of partnering with Sears to come up with a strategy to offer instant rebates where those available during the retail experience, whether that's in the store or online. And Sears then relays that information to SDG&E. I think what we're exploring is how to sort of leverage that model and build relationships with each of those retailers and expand that rebate process in a referral sort of scenario, referral marketplace, or for a direct purchase marketplace, things where you can actually transact on that marketplace. We can control the instant rebate process and pass that information on to the utility, as well as enroll people in programs that might have incentives where we can make those incentives part of that checkout experience as well.
Great, thanks, Kyle. And a question that leads right into that one for you, Kyle, is how many products are in the store and how are they chosen?
Sure, so we have 6 product categories right now in the SDG&E marketplace. I think there's just over 60 total products. There's 3 major criteria that we're evaluating whenever we select products. One of the first things that we want to make sure is any rebate eligible products are showcased. The second criteria is Energy Star rated products that are at the first tier or second tier should be included in those product categories. And then the third criteria is if the utility themselves has a particular product or let's say a thermostat that they have an agreement with another vendor on, we'll make sure to try and showcase that to help drive enrollment in that particular program where the product is available.
Thank you. And back to Tish, you mentioned that with Simple Energy, you increased program participation by 20%. Is that 20% of individuals who have opted into the Manage Act Save program or across the entire population? And second to that, is Manage Act Save an opt-in program?
So the 20% increase is related to the program participation in our DR and EE programs that we offer. I'm not certain on whether that 20% is on the actual participants. I don't know if Kyle might know the answer to that question.
Yeah, let me chime in here. So it's a 20% increase when measured across our control group. Because it's a behavioral EE program, we have a randomized control group that's assigned as part of the treatment group. So when we compare the control versus treatment in the Manage Act Save program, the 20% increase is across that program. Now, Manage Act Save is an opt-out program for those that are receiving treatment. The number inside of that particular treatment group varies depending on the stage of where we are in the program, but we do have functionality built in where folks who have not been opted in have the capability to enroll in that program unless they're part of our control or if they have a few other rate plan types that we aren't able to control the EE on so much.
Great, thanks. And for Tish, what if SDG&E customers have questions about products on the site, for instance? Can they call SDG&E directly, or will call center agents of sorts can be trained on the products and the rebates associated with them?
Currently, our customers are instructed to contact Simple Energy for any questions that they have. The calls will be going to Simple Energy's call center to answer those types of questions. We do expect that as the site becomes more commonplace and a go-to place for our customers that we will do further training with our call center to be able to answer the most commonly asked types of questions.
And what does program participation mean? Does it mean a participant logged onto the site, or that they actually bought something and applied for a rebate?
Tish, do you want me to take that one?
Sure.
So utilities have specific programs that they run, whether it's a refrigerator recycling program, whether it's a smart thermostat enrollment program for a demand response event. There's, a water rebate, and any of these rebates are considered programs as well. What we're measuring is customers who have opted into that particular program. They're enrolling in the recycling piece. They are taking advantage of a rebate that's available. They are downloading a mobile app that SDG&E was trying to help get out to the market. Any of those areas, things like the pool pump program that is currently active being promoted in Manage Act Save, any of those type of programs which are outside of just the behavioral efficiency program.
Thanks. And so Fred has another question about, don't most people just go to Google or Sears or Amazon or other types of retailers or websites to get information on buying products like that are offered in Marketplace, not their utility websites? What prompted SDG&E to do this on their own website versus just finding a way to promote this through other retailers?
I think the driver here is bringing more information together to help the customer make the best decision. The typical retailer sites are not necessarily going to provide information about energy savings or rebates, so we're bringing that information together on one site to help customers make decisions.
And are you able to buy services on Marketplace, such as weatherization visits from a contractor, for instance?
Currently, you're not able to purchase services, but it is in our roadmap to provide referrals to services that are related to energy efficiency.
And overall, what was the general customer satisfaction or feelings towards the SDG&E in terms of engagement and communication? And what really was the impetus for a platform like this?
We haven't received any results yet on feedback from customers related to the product, but the feedback that we've received from folks that we've shared this with outside of SDG&E has been very positive. And again, the whole driver here is to make it easier for customers to bring information together and to help them save energy.
And Kyle, did you want to add on to that at all?
Sure. One of the things that we've been tracking is just making sure we keep our eye on open rates and the email communications that we're sending out and click-through rates on these campaigns. As Tish just mentioned and showcased inside of our timeline, we're just rolling this out to all of the Manage Act Save customers right now. What I can tell you is we have seen double-digit open and click-through rates on the email campaigns we've sent out to date. We usually get a pretty decent open rate because customers are used to getting energy insights and information in the emails that we send to them, but we haven't had a whole lot of feedback come in just yet.
Great. And Ryan has a question about what are the products or services most searched, and are there any of these products or services not yet available?
Maybe I can answer that question. So it's still super early. What I can tell you about search terms is smart thermostats seem to be the thing that most people are searching for. Keywords like Nest or even Ecobee, because SDG&E is running an Ecobee smart thermostat program. We think it's much more likely for someone to try and understand the energy savings that a smart thermostat might offer, more so than a larger appliance. And to date, those have been the terms that we have seen come across in that particular product category.
And there have been a lot of questions coming through about participation, and we touched on it a few minutes ago, but could you both please go over again how you define participation in the program? Does the user enter the site, or do they go through some sort of fulfillment process?
Tish, maybe I'll start on that one if this is okay. So there's two aspects of participation I think we've been talking about. The utility program participation, which is actually completing the rebate form and getting a check from somebody, or enrolling in the refrigerator recycling program and having a refrigerator actually recycled. That sort of participation completion is the thing that we keep track of. Participation on the marketplace is more geared towards around sending email communications and getting them actively on the website. We are, I guess, much more focused on driving energy savings and driving information that helps enable smarter purchases. So the participation in our mind does not necessarily mean purchasing something to date.
And Tish, you mentioned the program rolling out to the ManageAct-Save customers for now. How is their experience different from what is currently offered at the SDG Marketplace website?
I'm sorry, Melissa, can you repeat that question?
Sure. You mentioned that the program, the Marketplace program, is rolling out to ManageAct-Save customers currently. How is their experience different from what is currently offered through SDG&E?
The ManageAct-Save platform is going to offer customers with the tips based on, information, whether it's the smart meter data or the virtual home audit that the customer completes on ManageAct-Save. The tips, for example, could be to replace an old refrigerator. At that point, the customer will be sent to the marketplace from ManageAct-Save. So that is the differentiator. So you have the behavior platform providing recommendations and tips based on their usage and their virtual home information, and then they're sent over to Marketplace to take action, shop for energy efficiency products, and make a purchase.
And Tish, do you have plans to link this your rewards program with engagement platform to your Marketplace?
They will be integrated so a customer can navigate directly from ManageAct-Save to the Marketplace. That is in a recent enhancement, yes.
And what percentage of SDG&E's total customer base is part of a treatment group? And what percentage of the treatment group have participated?
Tish, if you want, I can try and answer that one. So I think at this point, the treatment group size varies depending on the level of enrollment in the program we have and the tenure of that particular program. The treatment group is based on whatever sample size is necessary to effectively measure the behavioral energy efficiency.
It doesn't seem like there are any questions left in our queue unless you're still typing. Please continue to do so. I'll give you a few more seconds to get your questions in here. We have plenty of time for more. Hillary asks, what % of energy savings increase are you seeing with the ManageAct-Save program? And how does that differ during peak and non-peak times?
Sure, it's a good question. So the ManageAct-Save program, I think, would be best featured perhaps in a separate session. I can tell you that we've doubled industry standard in that particular program with our behavioral energy efficiency and focusing much more on a digital engagement versus a paper engagement. SDG&E has a fantastic smart grid infrastructure that enables us to drive much more meaningful insights at a frequency that we approach more regularly than what we would do just with paper alone. So because of that, their results have doubled what the industry standard would be.
Thank you, Kyle. Again, just keep typing your questions if you have them. If you're a slow typer like me, keep going. We have about 25 minutes left. If there's no more questions, or if you do have a question and you would like it to be answered, our folks over at CS Week can answer those questions and get you responses immediately after the conclusion of this presentation. And now I guess I will pass it back to John.
All right, very good. Thank you, Melissa. What a great presentation. Kyle and Tish, great presentation, great information provided. We want to thank you both for spending time with us today and educating our group. We want to thank our attendees for queuing in and listening. We want to remind you that a conference will be held in just a few weeks. It'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's April 27th through May 1. So go ahead and register now at csweek.org, and we'd love to see you in Charlotte. At this time, we'll go ahead and conclude this webinar, and we hope you have a great day.